Are you tired of living your life on someone else's schedule? Hi, I'm Don Dillon, and I'm here to show you how to break free from the 9 to 5 grind and finally take control of your time. In this video, I'm going to share the exact blueprint I use to reclaim my time and build a life of freedom. Whether you're dreaming of more time with your family or the flexibility to work from anywhere, you're in the right place. So let's be honest, because none of us were meant to spend our best years stuck in a cubicle, watching the clock tick by. 3 years ago, I was exactly where you might be right now. I was exhausted, I was unfulfilled, and dreaming of something more. But today, I run my own successful business from anywhere in the world. I work when I want and how I want. In this video, I'll share the exact steps that I took to transition from employee to entrepreneur and show you how you can do the same. So whether you're starting a side hustle or making a full career change, this guide is going to give you the tools you need to reclaim your time and build the life that you truly want to live. So when I first started my journey, I had no roadmap. I didn't really have a mentor. And honestly, I really had no idea where to begin. I just knew that I wanted more for myself and for my family. So through trial and error, I discovered a proven system that works. And today, I have literally helped countless people escape the 9 to 5 grind. And I know that you can too, because if I can do it, you can do it. So before we dive into these steps, I want you to drop a comment below with time freedom if you're ready to reclaim your time and start living life on your own terms, because I'm going to reply with a free resource to help get you started. So, our very first thing that we want to focus on is our why. Your why is the fuel that will keep you going, especially when things get tough. So, what is your why? Why do you want to escape the 9 to 5 grind? I want you to take a moment here and I want you to really think about it. Maybe it's so that you can spend more time with your kids. Maybe it's for you to travel the world or simply have time freedom to decide how you want to spend your days. For me, my why, it really was my family. I was tired of missing out on moments, getting up extra early, taking the kids out 2 and 3 hours before they even really had to get up, and drop them at a family member's house, get them ready for school for me, and send them off to school because I was stuck at work, right? I didn't want to look back one day and realize that I legit traded all of my time for someone else's profit. That's the thought that pushed me to make a change. So here's what I want to do. I want you to grab you a piece of paper and write down your why. All right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be something that lights a fire in you. When you're done, keep that paper somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. Trust me, having a visual reminder of your why can be incredibly motivating when the journey gets tough. And I want you to also remember that your why is very unique to you. There's no right or wrong answer. The important thing is that it's personal and powerful enough to keep you moving forward. So take this step seriously. It might seem really small, but it is the foundation of everything that we're about to build. Secondly, we want to identify your skills and passions. So, with this next step, we're figuring out what you're bringing to the table. Okay. What are you good at? What lights you up inside? Here's the good news, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You already have skills and passions that can be turned into a business. So let me share my story with you real quick. When I first started, I thought I didn't have anything valuable to offer, but then I realized I was already great at explaining things and helping others. That's when I decided to explore the digital marketing and teaching people how to build their own businesses. Turned out is a perfect fit for me. Now it's your turn. I want you to make a list of 3 things that you're good at. And maybe you're amazing at organizing or creating content or helping others solve problems. Write these 3 things down that you're passionate about. They can be hobbies, causes, industries you love. Once you have your list, I want you to look for connections. Is there something that you're skilled at that aligns with the passion of yours? Right? Because that's where the magic happens. And remember, there's an audience for almost everything. You just really need to find the right way to package and share it. So, next, we're going to choose a scalable business model. Not all businesses are created equal. And if your goal is time freedom, you need to choose a scalable model. This means finding a way to grow your income without constantly trading hours for dollars. When I started, I knew I didn't want to create something that really was going to make me feel like I was at another 9 to 5 job. So that's why I focused on digital marketing and e-learning, because these models, they let you reach thousands of people without needing to work around the clock. For example, the Legacy Builder program, it helps people earn passive income. And we really only work just a couple hours each day. Now it's time focused work, or uh, we only are working just a couple hours a day. So think about this. What type of business could you see yourself running that doesn't require you to be present 24/7? Maybe it's creating digital products, maybe it's affiliate marketing, or maybe you're offering an online course. These are all scalable options that can grow as your audience grows. And don't worry, because if this feels overwhelming, the key is to start small. You don't have to build the perfect business overnight. Just take one step today and focus on learning and growing as you go. Because, listen, if there's any piece of advice that I could give you, it's start. Start messy, start ugly, start crappy, start when you still suck, right? And I say that with so much love, because that is when that's when your people connect to you. Trust me, when I first started, it was very messy and it was very ugly and it was very sucky. So, if you're ready to take the leap, I want you to check the link in the description for my exclusive blueprint. It's the exact system that I use to break free from my 9 to 5 grind, and it's waiting for you too. Let's carry on, shall we? Um, Fourth, we're going to create the step-by-step plan. All right. A dream without a plan is just a wish. If you want to break free from the 9 to 5 grind, then you need a roadmap, right? To get there. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to give you direction. When I started, I broke my big goal into smaller, manageable steps. First, I figured out how much income I needed to replace my job. Then I worked backwards to create a plan that included building my skills, finding the right tools, and setting aside time each day to work on my business. Here's an exercise for you. Write down your big goal, okay? Maybe it's to earn $5,000 a month for your business. Now think about what smaller steps you need to take to get there. Do you need to learn a new skill? Build a website? Start posting on social media? Break it down into simple, actionable steps. The more specific your plan, the easier it's going to be to stay on track. And don't forget to set deadlines for yourself, even if they're flexible. Having a timeline is going to help you stay accountable, and it's going to keep you moving forward. You're not going to get stuck. Next, we're going to build our online presence, okay? Because in today's world, your online presence is like your storefront, literally. It's how people find you, it's how you find people, it's how people learn about you and decide if they want to work with you. So if you're serious about building your business, this is a step that you cannot skip. I didn't even have a website when I first started, but I knew that I needed a way to showcase what I was offering. So I started small. I started posting on social media, Facebook specifically, and sharing my story. Over time, I did build the website. I started an email list, and I created content that resonated with my audience. Don't worry, you do not have to be everywhere at once. One place at a time, one step at a time. Start with one platform where your ideal customers are likely to hang out. So, for example, if you love making videos, then maybe focus here on YouTube. If you prefer writing, maybe you start a blog. And if social media feels like your thing, then pick a platform like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Lemon8, Threads, Twitter, X, LinkedIn. You get the picture. Remember that building an online presence takes time. It's not something that's going to start happening literally overnight unless you get super lucky and have something go viral, right? But every post that you do, every video, every blog that you create, it's an investment in your business. Stay consistent, be authentic, and always focus on providing your value to your audience. Next, we're going to talk about investing in ourselves, right? One of the best decisions that I ever made was investing in myself. And I continue to do this. Literally, I'm a coach also, and coaches have coaches. I'm in a mastermind, and I'm in several other coaching communities where I too am being coached. I take that learning and I pass it to my students. So whether it's buying a course, okay, joining a mentorship program, which we do have as well, or just setting aside time to learn, every investment has paid off, man, in ways that I could never have imagined. And still, they're still continuing to do this. So I want you to think about it. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, why would anybody else invest in you? Let that sink in. Because that's the mindset shift that I had to make. Yep, true story. It's not about spending money. It's about betting on your future. Start small if you need to. Make it maybe it's reading a book about your industry or your niche, right? Maybe it's watching free tutorials, or maybe it's attending a webinar. There's lots of free ones of those too. As you grow, don't be afraid to invest in tools and training, or even help, hiring that help when you need it. All right. I want you to remember that every skill that you learn and every resource you use is a stepping stone to the life that you're building. You're worth the investment, and the returns are going to be greater than you can ever imagine. Lastly, now it's time to take consistent action. But finally, I mean, this is the most important step, right? We need to take consistent action, because you can have the best plan, the right tools, all the motivation in the world, but none of it matters if you don't take the first step, if you don't take action. I committed to working on my business every single day, even if it was just 30 minutes. Most of the time it was 2 hours, 4 hours, depending on what I was doing. Some days I made big strides, and other days maybe I just checked off a small task, like replying to comments or responding to emails. Either way, every step has moved me closer to my goal, and it continues to do so because I still continue to follow that consistent plan. The key is to focus on your progress and not perfection. Not perfection. You don't need to have everything figured out to get started. You just have to take the first step. The rest is going to fall into place as you go, I promise. Remember that success is the result of small actions done consistently over time. So don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Start today. Keep going. You've got this. If this video has inspired you to take control of your life, be sure to grab your link in the description right down below to learn more about my blueprint, because I don't want you to forget to take a chance on yourself. Like, subscribe, and check out the next video for more strategies to build your dream life.